Hey. I'm going to talk to you today about clay whites. Most of you have never heard what a clay white is. You see, I was born grew up in Riverlee. It's a coloured township in Johannesburg. Because in South Africa, apartheid, they would divide nations. You'd have blacks in a black township and tin shanties, coloureds in a coloured township like my gran, with a small little house that you brought up 7, 8 kids in. But it was so small you could take a cat and swing it around. Had a small little garden and a dog called Peppy and a fig tree in the back of the yard, and the streets weren't even paved. There was red sand in the streets. That's where I grew up. And all my family, the majority of them are Indian, hardcore Muslim Indians. Hardcore. They all go to Mecca. They all imams. They've been trying to convert me all their life. Anyway, my mother thought she'd give us a better life by reclassifying us as white. So depending on your color of your skin, you could actually change your passport to white. Depending on the elocution on how you spoke, you could change it to white. Depending on whether you were accepted as white by others, you could be white. If you were Chinese, you were classified white. Sorry, black. And if you were Chinese, you were white. So it's the other way around. So a Chinese couldn't go into a white person's toilet. They were classified as black. And then the last test, if they couldn't quite identify whether you could be reintegrated into South Africa as a white person, they do the pencil test. Have you heard of the pencil test? They put a pencil in your hair. If it falls out, you're white. If it sticks, you're black. So we got reclassified. I got a white passport. My mother took us to a white school in a white only area, because in those days whites were ruling, and this was supposed to be the big time. This was the life. And the moment I walked into school, people could see from my nose and my hair that I was coloured. They called me a bushman for 5 years. Of all the things in the world, why would they call me a bushman? I only found out when I read Trevor Noah's book, Born a Crime. Do you know if a white person slept with a black person, a black and a coloured or black baby popped out, that baby was born a crime? So I suffered racial abuse for 5 years. Do you know how that affected me? I used to have dreams about killing those people who teased me the way they did. Do you know it affected my relationship with my brother? It ruined the relationship with my brother for life. Barry, I'll tell you about that story. Anyway, let me end on saying this. There I was with my white passport, living in a whites-only area, being brutalized, crucified, being called a bushman. When apartheid ends, Nelson Mandela comes into power, and black empowerment comes in, you see. Because you can't have 5 million whites, including the play white. That's me. The colored or the black pretending to be white, the play white, with no identity, ashamed of who I am, ashamed of my roots, ashamed of my family. That I never told a living human being as long as I was in South Africa I was colored. It took me 40 years to tell someone I was colored. Can you believe it? Apartheid! Apartheid! You don't know what apartheid is till you lived in South Africa. All engineered. Mandela comes into power. I try to get a job, and guess what? I can't get a job because I'm white. Even though I'm actually colored, grown up in Riverlee in a colored township, all my family are living in Indian townships. Isn't that ridiculous? That's what it means to be a playwright. And so when black empowerment came in, I found myself in no man's land. With no identity, no pride in who I was, who I am. And so this one is called The Gavin Show. And it's called Playwright. You cannot begin to understand. Anyway, let's see what the next story was all about. Let's see how far the rabbit hole goes. Because I'm going to discuss Barry, my brother, next time. Take it easy. Till next time.